Cover your windows with plastic wrap. This simple trick gives it a whole new purpose in your home. While it's commonly used for food storage, plastic wrap can also serve other functions. Take a roll of plastic wrap and spread it across the entire surface of the window pane from the inside. Make sure the wrap is evenly stretched to avoid wrinkles and maintain a neat appearance. Secure the edges of the wrap with adhesive tape. Start at the top edge of the window, carefully taping it to the frame, then move to the bottom and sides. The wrap should be taut, but be careful not to overstretch and damage it. This setup has several benefits. It creates an additional insulating layer on the glass, reducing heat loss from your home. Windows are one of the primary areas where heat escapes during winter, and the wrap helps block the flow of cold air. This can also prevent unsightly condensation and moisture, which often lead to mold growth. Once installed, the difference is noticeable almost immediately. It's a clever way to repurpose something you already have at home for a completely new use. Place cling film on your window frame, a must-try hack for winter. This trick gives cling film a whole new purpose in your home. While it's typically used for food storage, it can serve another function. Take a roll of cling film and spread it across the bottom frame of your window. Make sure it's evenly stretched, but not too tight to avoid tearing. Then, close the window as usual. This simple setup has multiple benefits. It creates an extra insulating layer, reducing heat loss from your home. Windows are one of the main areas where heat escapes during winter, and cling film minimizes cold air drafts. It also helps prevent unsightly condensation and moisture that could lead to mold growth. The difference is noticeable almost immediately after installing it. It's a practical way to repurpose something you already have at home. Every year, I cover my windows with bubble wrap. At first, my neighbors laughed at me, but once they learned the reason, they started doing it too. It turns out bubble wrap has many hidden uses, aside from being a satisfying stress reliever. If the air pockets are intact, it can significantly lower heating costs by reducing heat loss by up to 50%. All you need is a piece of bubble wrap cut to the size of your window and a spray bottle filled with water. Clean the glass, spray it with water, and press the bubble side of the wrap directly onto the wet surface. The wrap will stick on its own. No glue or tape needed. For extra security, you can tape the edges to the window frame, but it's not essential. This trick works wonders for single-pane windows, basements, attics, greenhouses, and even some double-glazed windows. It's a simple, reusable solution that doesn't lose its insulating properties. You can remove the wrap anytime and reapply it, for example, on especially cold nights. Bubble wrap insulation has been proven effective in keeping rooms warm and reducing energy bills. Gardeners often use it in greenhouses, where it can cut heat loss by 30% and raise the temperature inside by up to 2 degrees Celsius. Over time, you can collect bubble wrap from packages to use for this purpose, making it a sustainable and cost-effective way to stay warm. You might save hundreds of dollars during a single heating season with this simple trick. All you need is aluminum foil, and your bills will be lower. Aluminum foil is mostly associated with the kitchen, but its uses go far beyond that. Take a piece of aluminum foil and tear off a section, divide it into 2 parts, place it on the window frame, and press gently. Once it's in place, close the window to ensure the foil adheres tightly. It's a simple way to improve insulation. Put plastic wrap in the freezer and see what happens. It will gain new properties you didn't know about. Everyone has plastic wrap at home. We sometimes use it to wrap delicate pastries, but more often we use it to pack regular sandwiches for school or work. Then we always try to have it on hand. It's very useful. However, it has its drawbacks. It's hard to unroll. Especially when the roll is new, it's difficult to start unrolling it. You can easily solve this problem. Just moisten the plastic wrap or your hands with water. If you run a wet hand over the plastic wrap roll, you'll easily find its beginning and unroll it. But once you manage to unroll it, it's hard to tear it off. It tears unevenly and gets all stretched out, sometimes endlessly, and unfortunately, it often sticks together. But there's a trick. One trick will make the plastic wrap very easy to tear off and won't stick together. There's one condition. You have to put it in the freezer. The low temperature will make the plastic wrap easier to unroll and tear off. It will be a bit stiffer. It won't stretch out as much, and it won't stick. If you use it very often and don't want to open the freezer all the time, keep the plastic wrap in the fridge. This will make using it much more pleasant. You'll forget about all those problems it can cause. Have you ever used bubble wrap to clean the floor? Give it a try and you'll see the difference. Flat floor mops are often chosen for floor cleaning. Despite their large surface area, you may often notice that dirt only accumulates on the edges. As a result, floor cleaning takes longer and isn't sufficiently effective. That's where the bubble wrap trick comes in handy. Almost everyone has this popular product at home. Before tossing it in the trash, we usually enjoy popping it. It's a stress-relieving activity that calms everyone down. However, you can use bubble wrap in another way before getting rid of it. A cleaner floor thanks to it will surely calm you down too. Bubble wrap has protrusions that allow you to wipe the floor with the entire surface of the mop. You'll evenly clean the entire floor. Use regular paper towels or some cloths for this. Spread them out and place bubble wrap on them. Place the mop on top of it. Wrap a paper towel with bubble wrap around it. Secure everything with rubber bands. Now you can start cleaning the floor as usual with this mop. You won't feel like the mop is skipping any bumps anymore. The bubble wrap will ensure that the floor is evenly wiped. Dirt will be collected across the entire surface of the mop. So you'll put in less effort into floor cleaning, and the result will be amazing. Try it on your floor and let us know what type of mop you use. I wrapped the pipe from the kitchen sink with aluminum foil. The effects were visible after just a few days. This trick was shown to me by a plumber. I'm sure you've never heard of this use of tinfoil before. A lot of dirt and grease builds up in the pipes of the kitchen sink. When washing up, food residues get into the pipes. They are responsible for the bad smell from the sink. To wash up, we use warm water, which dissolves the grease. In the drain pipes, it begins to cool down, blocking the flow. It turns out that all you need is ordinary aluminum foil. Tear off a large piece. Then tightly wrap the foil around the pipe with it. Cover the entire surface of the drain pipe with it. It has thermal insulation properties. This will keep the water flowing through it warm longer. Oil and oily sludge will drain into the vertical pipe. It will not settle in the trap pipe before draining. I have tested this trick myself, and there is no longer a bad smell coming out of my sink, even after pouring leftovers from the pan. I am delighted that such a cheap and simple way really works.